Welcome back. Return to the Mac. M.A.C. Moss, Andrew, Carl back in the building. Episode 161. What's happening here?
Shit, man. What's good?
We back.
Football is back.
Football is back.
I feel like my life is back. Yeah. I was just sitting around all week doing nothing, just waiting for the weekend again. It's fun though.
Yeah, man.
It's fun. It sucks. Like Monday through Friday, it's literally just like I'm sitting at work doing my shit and just counting down the minutes till the day is over. Like mark another one off.
Yeah,
but it feels so good on Saturday.
Get the Thursday game.
Yeah. That's a nice little helpful mix in, but there's something about that full day Saturday. Just I got nothing planned. College football's on. Whatever I want to do, and then having that Sunday just jam packed. It's like Thursday, it doesn't do it.
You watch a lot of college football. I mean, pretty much all day, I guess.
Yeah. Don't care who's playing. I'm gonna find a game that I've either bet or it's like good teams or whatever, and I keep an eye on it.
Yeah, I mean,
like sitting and watching it like the NFL. But
there were some decent games, some upsets for sure.
A lot of
Bama got.
They almost did one of the field goal.
Yeah.
An extra point or some shit, 21-20 or something.
Yeah.
What was the score?
Yeah, Texas had them on the ropes, and I don't believe Texas is a very good team, but
didn't they lose their starting quarterback, Quentin Ewers?
Which team?
Texas.
Yeah, that's even crazier.
He went out. That dude's supposed to be he's supposed to be like the truth.
Yeah, I don't know how they
shown
did
it yet, but not on the college level. But they said that coming up,
supposed to be the guy.
Like a 5-star recruit type.
I mean, it makes sense at Texas.
Yeah,
they still get the recruits even if they haven't been good. But yeah, that was a wild game. I don't know how they even held it so close, but I don't even remember shit from Saturday though.
Yeah,
I know Marshall beat.
I'm watching it though.
Right? I watch too many games to keep up with, especially when I don't even know like the players.
Yeah.
Which is the case for all the college games. Like it doesn't stand out the way that it does from the NFL.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just weekends are.
Who did Marshall beat?
No clue. That's an odd question.
They beat a random ass question.
Now
they beat a really good football team.
The upset.
No, Notre Dame. They beat Notre Dame. 26-21.
Marshall was Marshall. Yeah, Marshall beat Notre Dame. Appalachian State beat Texas A&M.
Yeah.
And there was a third one that was a really big upset. There were 3 really big upsets. Wisconsin lost like Wisconsin State or some shit.
Right.
But there was like 3 top 10 teams that got beat. Damn, it's just fun.
Yeah.
Like I don't care anything about those games. I'm never really particularly cheering for any team other than bets that I've got. But college football is just exciting.
Yeah.
They're just mad wild plays.
Yeah.
It's just something
know what is coming too. Some wild shit just gonna happen.
Yeah, just all of a sudden both teams will score twice.
Or it could be incredibly boring though. You just never know. Like those blowout college games are not fun.
Yeah, not at all. And even worse is when you get 2 really bad teams playing.
Yeah.
And it's it's a close game, but it's like, none of these guys should be playing football anymore.
It's the quarterbacking.
Yeah.
That makes a really big difference in your college football experience.
Very much so.
If the quarterback isn't good, then it's like, oh, man, this game sucks.
Yeah.
This dude can't do the simple thing. That's kind of what I experienced watching the Liberty game.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, these quarterbacks stink.
Right.
I get it was raining or whatever, but whew.
Yeah. There's a very noticeable drop off in college of like the guys that are like the guys.
Yeah.
And the guys that are like, I don't want to quit playing football yet.
Right.
Yeah. It's like they're holding on for the last
all over him.
Finish this out.
Pretty sure he's a smart guy.
Yeah,
you know?
Totally different, but. College football is a fun little warm up for the weekend to give you something to do.
I was up here talking the other week, talking about it's the same as the pros right now.
I didn't say that. I didn't say that.
It's not.
I said it's easier than ever to transition from college to the pros in today's NFL for really any position, but specifically quarterback.
Do you think that's not true? What he just said?
The easiest ever. Like as far as what though? Like
as far as football,
people that make it to the pros,
right.
So it's not like it's more people that are not as good getting to the pros,
right? But so there was like always a thing. I don't even know when it switched. I couldn't tell you when it switched, but there was always a thing where there was like, this is a college style offense.
Right.
And they would talk about those guys don't know how well that's going to translate to the pros.
Yeah.
Now, and I think this is your point, is that the pros have gone to
a lot of college
so
concepts.
much of the RPO type stuff, and they integrated in the college offense into the pros. So where now it's not as much of a transition of we're learning. Obviously, it still is a huge step up.
I think it's still a big transition just because of the level of players that you're playing with.
Yeah, for sure.
You might be able to read the playbook a little if you're talking about that, but as far as playing, it's still another level.
Oh, for sure, no doubt. But I'm just saying, it's
agreed,
easier
100%.
to digest. You're not.
Yeah, if you're talking about just like the playbook alone, doing the same plays you did in college type shit, they're bringing that in. Then I agree with that. But you still got you out there playing with all Americans all across from you
at every position,
not just one or two of them, maybe. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, but the physical element is always going to be the thing. What I'm saying is, as coaches, they just try to make it easier from a mental standpoint because they need big returns on these guys as soon as possible. Especially in today's NFL, you're not hanging on to everybody, past that first contract anymore. Under the salary cap of today and all of that stuff. So, especially if you got to pay a quarterback top dollar.
Sure.
So you got to get returns on these guys. I don't know.
I'm so glad that transition happened because that was what was always like, that was the draw to college football. I don't have a college football team, so I've never cared about it like that. But like the coolest thing about college football was the difference in style, and the quarterbacks are running and doing all this different stuff. So I'm glad that the NFL went that route.
I like it a little bit.
A lot of that style had to do
much.
with the players too, though, because like running like an option in the league is just unheard of because the DNs are just so great.
Right.
They're gonna break that shit up. You're not just gonna be running options like that. You know what I'm saying? Back then.
Yeah, I mean, but the thing is that in college, most people are only doing. It's like one formation, one. You know what I'm saying? Like you people are not just strictly running the veer in the NFL. You have a play call of such or something like that, and different formations based off of that and stuff like that. Like so that's the major difference. It's just the NFL takes those concepts of like what an entire strategy might be for a college team or something like that, and just put it into one play.
Right.
Right.
And then you had the fucking Dolphins who just run the Wildcat for a whole season to make the playoffs.
Yeah, that's wild. I'm glad
even
you said
that's not like anything new. The Wildcat is like pretty much how offense was run back in when football first started type thing.
Yeah, because it's less passing, more running.
Right. That idea, we getting the ball to our best player every time.
Do you think that the NFL integrating some of these college schemes into the NFL system is due more to college coaches coming to the NFL, or to when black quarterbacks started to become a big thing in the NFL, or something else? Those are just two that I thought of.
I don't know. I think it's just more so to do with the fact that the speed, but it's just like you got to get returns on these guys as soon as possible, and that's the best way to do it, is to pretty much just expand upon what they already know and try to add on that way. I mean, just not trying to complicate things for guys. I think that's just as simple as it gets.
So would you say that it's more attributed to the fact that now teams want guys to start right away?
Yeah, right.
So you're just trying to simplify for them.
Right, that's what it is, because back in the day, it was completely normal for your first round pick to come, in any position, to come in and he's going to sit for the first year or two.
Yeah.
And before he gets any, playing time. Look, people thought Cam Hayward was a bust. He didn't really play his first 2 seasons in Pittsburgh because Dick LeBeau didn't allow rookies on his defense and shit. Like, that's how it was back in the day. Yeah. Now, you draft a guy in the first round, or shit, the first 3 rounds, you expecting that motherfucker to play
right away
tomorrow.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to see his name on the depth chart tonight, marked in as a starter. Right. Like, that's just that's where it's changed now, and that's what I think is the biggest difference because of it.
That makes sense. What do you think?
I think the black quarterback thing has a little bit to do with it. That makes sense because it's been a big surge up in the last 3-4 seasons for sure.
But I hate that though. I don't like that. I don't like the way that sounds.
Why is that?
It sounds like we're saying the offense need to be simplified because we have a surge of black.
I think you're mixing in your perspective.
Right.
Yeah, I like your answer, and I think your answer makes sense. Yeah. But when I presented the idea of the black quarterback becoming like such a trend, I don't want to say trend, but such a dominant force in the NFL, I think it was like we have more capabilities than we're used to. Like the ability to run wasn't there before.
You can do
so it's like we've got to have a
quarterback and do it all now.
Yeah, we've got to have a quote unquote pro style offense because these guys are pocket passers.
But
once it became like we have this whole other part of the game that honestly I feel like Cam is one of the early quarterbacks that like developed the run game as a quarterback.
But Cam was still like kind of under that mode of I'm a run first guy almost than a passer, and then you get like your Deshaun's and your Mahomes and Kyler's and these type of guys that can throw really well, and move and run the ball well. So it's like,
you had one name too many in there, maybe two.
Huh?
You had one or two names too many in that statement, but
what you mean?
We can move on.
All those guys do everything well. That's what I'm saying. More so than like how Cam was more so run heavy. We still had an arm and shit, but he wasn't as one.
I would just say Cam was better than a couple of those guys you named, like significantly better.
That wasn't the conversation. The conversation was about quarterbacks having more abilities than before.
I think Cam Newton had just as much ability as any of those quarterbacks.
I wouldn't say he was as good as a passer as a Mahomes or a Kyler or Deshaun.
He's better than Kyler. Kyler has never passed for 4,000 yards. Cam Newton did that as a rookie.
Okay. This was that.
I'm just saying he's a better player than Kyler Murray at any point.
I wasn't having a debate of saying these guys are better. I just said these guys have more abilities than Cam had.
Cam has more ability than Kyler Murray and on the football field. I'm not gonna believe that. Like Cam Newton in his prime, like we gotta stop that, bro. Stop that, bro. I'm talking about the guy who's the best player in the NFL.
Had a full career. Yeah, his career's been better than college thus far.
No, in his prime. You can't make statements like that and then just for me to expect for it to be true.
He's still going. I never was making
he was listing 4 or 5 quarterbacks that are athletic.
Yeah,
it is what it is. Yeah. I know you saw an opportunity.
They're better than Cam. No, they're not.
I know you saw an opportunity to take a shot at Kyler.
Say that. Never said that. They do all this stuff better than Cam. No, they don't. They never have.
Okay.
Cam is the reason why Josh Allen is my favorite quarterback to watch right now.
Trashing Cam for the last 3 years, and now all of a sudden you coming to his defense.
You mentioned Kyler.
I'm talking about in his prime.
You mentioned Kyler. Just set off his triggers.
Yeah, I guess it's the Kyler thing.
Anyway,
I'm not a hater. I like him,
man.
Josh Allen is my favorite quarterback to watch right now because I think he's the best version of Cam Newton that you could ever create.
Yeah.
I think he has the passing abilities.
Let's go ahead and get into that then.
It does lead into the Thursday game. I need to think about that.
Josh Allen, at this point, if he's going to play with timing, you fucked. You don't have. If he can hit his back foot and get the ball out on time to a breaking wide receiver consistently, like he did for the most part in their Rams game, defenses don't have a chance against that. Because that's the complete, and that's something that Cam Newton never really mastered, was getting the ball out on time consistently. Yeah, hitting his back foot ball out type thing. Stop it, bro. This is my time to shine. This is my time to shine. You didn't say that though. You said something different.
Making a good point.
You said something because none of these guys are a master of any of that shit that you were talking about. But except for Mahomes,
you just made the same point I just made.
But no. I mean, seriously. Except for, I guess, I don't know if it was like, I can't remember the picks exactly, but I don't remember them being like terrible throws.
I remember one, and it was like
one was a little bit behind or something.
Yeah, but
underthrown.
Yeah, I don't remember anything.
He did throw 2 picks. I won't. People do have to realize that. But overall, he played a great game, and he's a physical beast when he gets the ball running downhill. It's hard to stop him, man.
The Rams missed fucking Von Miller. I know that.
They miss a lot.
Yeah.
They looked rough. The thing that stood out to me, I don't want to say Thursday night, but as I watched games Sunday, and they kept talking about teams that had rested their starters completely during preseason.
Yeah.
None of those teams played well.
And
the Rams were like your prime example of they were specifically talking about, was it the entire offense? Or was it both sides of the ball?
I think it was offense and defense.
The entire offense, they said, played none in the preseason, and they just looked sloppy as fuck.
Their offensive line got destroyed.
Yeah, the offensive line was getting dominated. Vaughn was killing.
Vaughn was going crazy.
They gave up 7 sacks, right? Son. 7 sacks on staff?
Was it?
I think it was 7.
I forgot about it because of y'all's game. Yeah, 7 sacks is nuts.
7 sacks.
That's crazy.
You're getting fucked up at that point.
And then on top of that, Jalen was getting burned all over the place.
Yeah, I mean, he hasn't looked great his last couple outings.
Burnt up.
I mean, and I know it sucks because it's like, as a corner, or you could say this about an offensive lineman as well, like, you could play so well, like 90% of the time. And it's just that one play that you give up, and everybody, this guy fucking is trash,
Nobody's going to comment on any play you
like,
think about it. This is one of those situations, though. This is more like a one-play thing.
No. But think about it.
The whole 4 quarters.
Think about it being like an offensive tackle or something. You going against one of these speed demons. This guy is like Myles Garrett. This guy's fucking a beast.
You got 74 good plays in a row.
It takes 1 sack, one fucking strip sack, and your ass is trash.
Like, yo, that left tackle sucks.
Right. Like, yo, do you know this dude is a fucking physical beast that's across from me? So,
I do agree with Moss. That is the case with DBs. Nobody remembers a DB that made the plays.
He's not making as many plays.
Or that locks down a receiver, but he was getting
perfect passer rating of 158.3 in week 1. He was targeted 7 times, allowing 6 receptions for 124 yards and 2 tutties. That's not one play.
Yeah, I mean,
that was getting cooked off.
Right? That's not good. I mean, the numbers don't lie. He didn't have a great game. I really think, man. I mean, I don't think he's not like old or nothing, but he's been in the league for some time now.
He was ready to move him to safety. Man.
I think he should be getting ready to make the switch, man. I don't get why not. I know he doesn't want to play safety.
Easy, son. That's the first time I've seen
that play. That's a terrible. My man has no coordination.
Right there.
I can't understand it when a receiver drop a pass like that, because it's like, and we're talking about the Green Bay Packers.
Random highlight or a low light. If you
when a receiver drop a pass like that, it's like, bro, you told me you was the wide receiver.
That shit crazy.
Aaron Rodgers is gonna kill you.
You told me you could catch passes and shit. Nobody. You know what I'm saying? Like, how long you been doing this shit?
Why don't have a job today?
Wide open.
Nuts.
Nobody within 10 yards just dropped it.
Anyway, I told you, Aaron Rodgers going to go through it this season. He ain't got no Devontae no more. He going to go through it. But she won't be in the MVP rankings. It's not going to happen.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. But
I'm not taking that bet, but we'll get to Green Bay.
Yeah.
Do you remember what you were saying? I don't remember what you were saying.
No.
Come on, Ramsey.
Oh yeah. I think he probably should move to safety here eventually, especially he doesn't look like he can lock up the number 1 guy anymore. He looked like he might have lost a step, and that's gonna make a difference.
He hasn't been a follow guy though. I think does he still play just one side of the field?
I mean, for the most part,
at the nickel back a lot. That game too, he was playing the nickel a lot. He wasn't playing like the outside corner.
He's followed plenty of people before though. Like
I don't know.
He just stayed on one side.
They had that scheme, but if it was somebody that was like, a top wide receiver, he would follow. Like he followed AB when we played him.
Diggs is one of the top receivers.
Diggs, yeah,
he followed Diggs.
He did. More respect on Diggs. Now I seen like a list or something a couple weeks ago. They were saying Diggs is like a second-tier receiver or whatever. He might have to be first, bro. People need to put more respect.
Well, it depends on how big is your top tier. When I think top tier, I think 3 to 5.
Okay,
like that's just how I think.
Diggs being in the top 5. I
can see him being 5th. Yeah. I mean, why not?
Sure. What do we have?
It wouldn't.
Devontae Adams, of course.
Adams,
Cup, D-Hop.
I think Justin Jefferson should be
Justin
there.
Jefferson for sure.
And Chase.
Who?
Chase?
Chase is a tough one. He got one season.
I would
put Diggs above him just because we've seen Diggs do
I
it for
personally,
like 3-4 seasons.
I mean, that's fair.
yeah. I mean, I personally probably would take Chase because that guy's he's the perfect wide receiver.
Right, like if you got a team,
I'm gonna keep saying that.
Rookie season alone is like
Right, he's the perfect.
Yeah, if you got a
Diggs
team,
is
you're gonna
giving
take
us Diggs level shit for like 3-4
Diggs reminds me
seasons.
a lot of AB, honestly. But yeah, I mean, he's a great wide receiver for sure.
Yeah, I wouldn't argue with anybody that had him in their top 5.
Right.
And I
It's
got
fair
no
enough.
problems with anybody that's got him 6 to 10 either. So I think it makes sense. He's kind of on like that argument.
If you got him in your
tier.
top 5, you're probably a Bills fan.
Probably.
But it's cool. You know what I'm saying?
Probably so.
It's cool. It makes sense. I ain't tripping off of it. But man, yeah, the Rams, that was an ass whooping. They really got their ass kicked.
They got smacked.
Yeah, humiliation.
Got smacked. Nobody
is an opener. Humiliation.
Nobody individually looked great.
No.
Like there wasn't like anybody that stood out on their team like, the team had a rough game, but this dude was going ham. I guess Cup. Cup would be your answer
all the way. Yeah.
Cup is unguardable.
Yeah.
He was eating all over the place.
Pretty much.
Yeah, I don't get how he just is always wide open like that.
Bro, it makes all right, so I mean it's kind of similar topic here, but Allen Robinson was nowhere on
I
the
was
field.
about to say that, Ted. Where the fuck was Allen Robinson?
He didn't catch a pass, did he? Or maybe
he
one.
caught one for like 5 yards. And he only had like one other target
Where's
at the end of the
Odell
game.
when you need him, huh?
Ted.
Apparently so, son. But I mean,
Robert Woods.
I'll give
traded
him
away.
Yeah,
Miss him a little bit right now too.
Is Allen Robinson, is he coming off of an injury or
not that I'm aware of.
was he healthy?
I want to say he did. I feel like he was, but I'm not sure.
Who did
I'm
he play for
chalking up
last year?
Bears.
He had a decent year, right? I don't know.
I want to say he did get hurt
I
last
don't
season.
know. Honestly, I don't know.
I thought he got hurt for a little bit.
I don't chalk it up to anything. It's game one. Game one is on a Thursday night. It is what it is. We'll see what happens the next couple of weeks.
2
But
targets though.
like that's what I mean. It's like he wasn't even a part of the game, and the last target was in the last play of the game.
Oh, that's wild.
Well,
so
I think it's over. I think it's not over. But
For what?
It's coming close to being over.
Overreaction Monday.
You feel like you just had a moment like, I think it's over.
I meant to say this about Matthew Stafford, bro. His career is coming to a close pretty soon. I don't see him playing.
Wasn't he like 37?
Yeah, he's kind of old, but I don't know if he's that old.
Bold prediction.
I don't think he has more than 2 seasons left.
Why are you feeling like that right now?
He has the same
34.
He got the same elbow shit that's going on. That shit was happening with Ben.
I thought you said he's feeling great. He just had surgery. It was good.
No, I don't think he has.
They were talking.
He didn't
I
have
totally
surgery.
forgot about
He
it.
feel better starting this season than he did last season.
Ben used to say that stupid shit too.
Yeah, everybody
My
says
arm
that.
feels fucking 1,000%.
Everybody says that in the offseason. I'm the greatest shape I've ever been in.
Until you throw a lot of fucking
But
passes this
they
year.
were talking about him having the elbow issues were similar to pitchers that have Tommy John surgery.
Right, and that's the same thing that Ben had.
Tommy John surgery is the worst, or the most egregious, the most debilitating surgery you can have in baseball. You're done for the year. So I don't know exactly how that translates, but you don't want to hear Tommy John and your quarterback together.
Right,
I can tell you that.
That's not good.
It's only he's
an older guy.
I don't see him.
Brady used to say he almost retired like 10 years ago because he had elbow issues.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
But I mean,
Stafford
Brady's
about to have to go
different.
vegan.
You know what I'm saying? Brady on that fucking diet and shit, that fucking schedule or whatever, TB12 program. So
got him what, 3-4 more rings?
I mean, clearly, right. Nobody else is doing that. That's my point. So it's like,
4 more rings. He could have retired and missed out on 4 more rings.
Hit that line, son. Talk to Brady.
If it doesn't work out for Stafford again, the Rams they definitely did what they had to do to get a Super Bowl, but they in for some pain. You know,
maybe, but it is what it is.
I mean, but
Yeah,
this
for
is
sure.
this is the risk that you take with paying all these people that you know what I'm saying, getting that team together.
Yeah,
and they
Once
built
it hits, it's going to hit hard. When
because they don't have like a first round pick going forward for like the next 4 drafts or some shit, right?
He almost retired this all season,
but they already won.
Yeah, they got
they got theirs out of it.
It's the Lakers shit.
Once you get the ring, it's straight.
It's the Lakers shit. You try and get that ring, you achieve the ring.
Yeah. No doubt.
Whatever happens after this, you got to deal with what it is.
And we called all that back when they were making the trade.
Right, for sure.
It was like, you're
We
done.
knew what time it was.
You get the Super Bowl or you don't, but
And then
your
they got
future
there
is
and
lost.
lost. Oh no, we got to run this back. And then they got it and won. It's like, all right.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't want to overreact to them too bad.
Yeah,
because the Bills are Super Bowl favorites. And my main takeaway from the week is that the NFC is just not that good. It's the same thing I said last week. We were all talking about it. That clearly the AFC was better, but I don't know who the NFC force is. Like at the end of the year,
that's why I said Brady going back. That's why I said Brady going back. That's probably the best one that you could pick right now.
I give him as much chance as anybody. That's why I like my Eagles pick.
Eagles is
just because somebody's going to have to win it, but they gave up 35 points to the Lions.
Did
you can't feel good about that
with the Lions?
Their defense is supposed to be like, super improved. Didn't see that
30. I didn't watch. Look, Sunday was
the Lions got off a bit in the run game. Of course, Jared Goff hit some passes.
Swift went crazy, right?
Yeah, he had some. I don't know his total.
He had a good game,
but yeah, he had some long runs mixed in there. So
144. Ew.
That
shit.
144.
Yeah, he went.
Yeah, I didn't know it was like that.
I said he had like a 50-yard run. So
that Amon St. Brown dude is a monster.
Yeah, no, I tried to get him fantasy.
He was dope last year, and that was his rookie season.
Yeah,
right?
He was going crazy last year.
I know he caught a touchdown. I was watching Red Zone, and his brother plays for somebody else. I want to say the 49ers.
Something like that.
They caught touchdowns within like 60 seconds of each other.
That's hilarious.
Kind of fire.
That's crazy.
Yeah, imagine being there.
A.J. Brown, 10 catches, 155.
Oh, yeah.
No tutties, though.
Nah, I got him on one of my fantasy teams.
Every running back scored for the Philly, including Hurts. And that 3 running backs scored. That's nuts.
That is
They running the ball like a motherfucker out there.
That is wild. I was going to say, so Sunday when I sat down to pull up all the games, I'm using all the bootleg sites that I always use.
Same.
I had the hardest time getting any links to work.
Me too, yo.
Dog.
I was like, what the fuck is going on? They must have came down on this shit or something, yo.
Yeah, some will be up next week.
It was terrible.
Some will be up next week. We'll be good to go. But the only reason I bring that up is because I fought through the Panthers game to be able to see what was going on.
Right.
Outside of that, I didn't get to just watch every single game like I usually do. We were pretty much watching the Steelers on TV and fighting through the Panthers, but a lot of these early and late games, I didn't even get to watch.
Yes,
did y'all get to see many games?
I was trying to watch the past game, but it kept going in and out. Or I get a bad link. I was like, what the fuck?
Every 20 seconds it would go out.
Just stop. You had to keep reloading this shit every time.
That's just no fun.
It was terrible.
Like, some bullshit.
I was about to buy the package.
Oh, really?
I was about to buy the package.
They probably came down on that shit because last year was a free. Last few years it's been a free for all.
But it's like that for every sport.
Yeah,
you can find any sport in HD.
That is true.
It's crazy.
I can find anything, any fight, any sport, anything. I'm getting
no
that shit.
sense how clear it is, son.
Yeah, HD version.
But I won't take up a bunch of time talking about streaming games. Yeah. But I say that to say I didn't get to see any. I didn't even see any highlights of the Lions-Eagles game. So
I watched the highlights. I ran it back and.
You watched all 22?
No, I didn't watch all 22 though. No, I ain't get that deep yet. No, but Hurts looked great, man. Not like fantastic passing the ball necessarily, but just he's a weapon running the ball. He really is. He got several first downs.
He put up 38 points. He had no touchdowns, no interceptions.
Devontae Smith?
He had no catches, no nothing.
I'm 4 targets.
I'm not a believer. I've never been a believer in Devontae Smith.
You said last week that he was good.
Devontae Smith?
Yeah, I could have swore.
Yeah, I think we was talking about Hurts and when you said
because I mentioned the Eagles as my Super Bowl pick. I swear you said.
I mean, I might have mentioned.
I think he's really probably. Nice. But I think he's good. Bro. Yeah, I think he's really good.
I think he's fast, but
that's just
I think he's
weird.
Too small.
Didn't get no catches on.
That's really.
I mean, but they running the ball a lot.
I don't. Or I just. It's something about his build though. Like he doesn't like have
yards they got.
Like even at like play strength.
Nah, I know what you mean.
He's like super slender, and I don't know
that small stuff.
I mean, he's not. He's like tall enough, but the guy's like $180 or something, soaking wet.
I thought he was super short too.
No, he's like 6 feet, 6'1".
Okay. Yeah, they have more rushing attempts than passing attempts.
I mean, I guess once you get a big lead, it's like we're going to run the ball, and they put up 38 points. So what they did was successful.
They did throw the ball his way one time, and I just think I don't know what happened. Looks like he was covered up or something.
4 targets, but no catches is crazy. Like he's too good to have 0.
Especially when AJ Brown is like snapping.
Right, he's going off like that.
This dude got like 11 catches or some shit.
10. 10-155.
Yeah, he's
crazy,
snapping.
Son.
Titans could have used some of that, huh?
Yeah, they
How did
definitely
we even
could
get to that game first?
I don't know.
Bills. We got off the Bills. And
Well,
so fast.
it don't matter. We ain't got no order to go in.
Yeah.
Whatever you want to go to.
It's whatever, man. Where we at?
I get the feeling the Lions are going to be the same team as last year.
Yeah.
They're going to upset a couple of teams.
Yeah. The grit.
And they're going to play a couple of close teams. Really, but yeah, I mean, I can't imagine that they're going to be much to deal with. Any particular game you want to go to next?
I'll get ours out the way.
All right, let's get it out the way.
Our thing. Why are you so excited? Why you get so like cheerful?
I want to hear what you have to say about it.
He should be the. I don't want to say the most discouraged, but I can't imagine being too overly excited if I was you.
Yeah,
we'll get to you. We'll come back.
Calm down, bro.
Go ahead, Mr. Patriot.
Dolphins.
I didn't see none of this game either.
Down in Miami, I don't think I started watching until like middle of the third, and that was in and out. So I don't really get to see it that well, but I was following it on my phone. Was looking at it. It seemed like a lot of our shit was shooting ourselves in the foot type shit. A lot of bad turnovers, bad situations. We were going little drives and then turn it over or turn over on downs or some shit like that. We gotta get it together. We just gotta get it together. We could have had that game.
Is that 3 straight to Miami?
Yeah, I mean it's a new season. I don't be adding up the games week year to year. If that's what you want to do.
I mean, everybody's good. That's not just me that's doing it. That's a stat they keep in the books. I mean, I'm sure you used to rave about when y'all was sweeping. When y'all was sweeping Miami every year, you was probably like, "Oh, we'd have beat them 10 straight times." I'm sure you said that a lot.
Maybe
it's something that you recognize as a fan.
We always battle with the Dolphins, though. Like it's always been a thing.
Oh, it ain't a battle at this point, though.
Oh, because they won 3 games.
I mean, they've been whooping ass,
roll, bro. They ain't whoop our ass.
That was a pretty dominant victory. It's 2 scores.
13-point victory in the NFL.
It's 2-score victory.
Just being fair.
Sure, okay, I guess.
That's a borderline blowout.
It's an ass whooping, sure, if that's what we're doing.
That's a borderline blowout.
Ass whooping.
Oh. Well, Tua look good.
I'm telling you, literally the only play that I even saw a highlight for
was the one with the Tyreek Hill joint.
Yeah.
The Tyreek Hill?
Where he was wide open like 25 yards down the field and he threw it like 10 yards and it bounced.
Oh, I didn't see that.
It was like
the badass
Twitter was going crazy about it, and like obviously you could tell by his numbers that wasn't how he played, but that was literally the only play I saw.
Yeah, they're gonna smoke him for that shit. But
he had 270 yards.
Right. Well, he threw some good balls downfield, and it was a 4th and 7 touchdown that he threw to Jalen Waddle.
Yeah,
he threw him.
That shit hurt. That celebration is fire.
It was like,
oh, that's gotta hurt.
Seconds left.
Yeah,
and then I see touchdown. I'm like, touchdown.
It was 4th and 7.
The half is supposed to be what the fuck happened. And then I seen Waddle score. I was like, yo, what the fuck happened?
You was probably expecting a field goal or some shit at the worst.
I was expecting the half end. They was at like the 40-something yard line.
That's crazy.
I thought they was just going down.
Wait, I did see that play.
Yeah, I mean, it was Waddle made a great play.
He took like a cross and just took it right up the middle. Just too fast for him. Yeah. I'm a huge fan of the Waddle touchdown celebration.
All right. What is it?
Just waddles like a fucking penguin. Shit was fire. The whole team was waddling. I respect
the team was waddling.
I respect this, son.
That's hilarious.
I mean,
it's week 1.
The parts I did get to see, Mac was chucking it down the field a couple of times. He hit a big one to fucking Kendrick Bourne that looked nice, pretty ball. So I like saying that he is trying to chuck the ball down the field a little bit.
Did he get hurt?
If he did, he said something was wrong with his back, but his test came back negative, so he's good. Serious. He's good to go.
Okay.
But had a fumble like inside the 5 on the other team's 5 or some shit, or our own 5. They ran there for a touchdown. That shit hurt. That was like their second score. Had a bad pick. It was just a lot of shooting ourselves in the foot. We could have been more in this game if we didn't have those turnovers, I would think. But, hey, first game, new playbook, no OC, like you like to bring up.
It's a thing. It's got to be a thing.
We've got these little bumps. It just sucks that it has to happen to the Dolphins on the first game, but, it is what it is.
Right, because it's like you lost twice, pretty much.
It's one of those things that when you got Belichick, it is.
Division losses hurts.
Yeah, those are big.
Oh, the divisional loss.
Yeah.
Well, you got Belichick. It is what it is. Week one, you don't overreact to it too much. I think, honestly, the Dolphins got to feel pretty good about it, though.
Yeah.
Like, they're the ones that have been mentioned a lot coming into the season as one of the teams that people expected to take a big leap. Sure. They come out and, the Patriots are still the Patriots in name. And they did what they had to do, got it done. So
they did.
I think they were one of the week one winners, if you will, beyond just the win and loss.
Yeah, hey. Sure. Good shit. Good shit. I think they'll be a decent team this year. I'm still not sure exactly how their ceiling is going to be, but
we get a good bounce back game this week, how that shit go.
We'll see.
This week's going to be crazy between the two of y'all. Let's do it, man. Let's get the Steelers over.
Are we going there?
I mean, this was a great game, but I hate hearing from you.
I think it was an awful game.
Oh, it was.
I think it was an absolutely atrocious game.
Real giddy about this deal,
but we
shouldn't have lost like 5 times.
We should have won early. That's how I view it.
I mean, all right.
We should have won early.
It's not.
The game was over.
Not incorrect.
I'll go with that. We really smashed the Bengals in the first half.
I did, but they were still
if we want to be real, that was the best defensive performance I've seen in at least 10 years. I mean, that's not even me being that's not even hyperbole. I can't.
Recency bias, man. It's your team, for sure.
The first 2 plays, Cam Hayward sack. Yeah. Second play,
that was on Burrow's
pick 6. Minka Fitzpatrick. His first pass attempt was a pick 6. Yeah. Joey B. Joe Shiesty.
I didn't know it was the first pass attempt. I couldn't see it.
First pass attempt.
Yeah.
Pick 6.
Yeah.
All right, that's all I'm saying. It's
4 picks on the day.
The defense was on his ass.
They was.
They were everywhere.
4 picks and a fumble.
He was running.
And he really had 2 fumbles, but they recovered the second one.
They improved that line. I guess they didn't, huh?
Yeah, so it's hard to tell. It's hard to tell because I believe that they made.
They did. They got Leo Collins.
Legitimate improvements.
They got. They drafted a guy. They signed another free agent as well too.
I think.
Yeah. They got a few guys.
I think I mean, since we got to record with him, it sucks to have to do this, but
right.
I mean, it speaks to that Steelers defense. It
great.
Really is retarded, and the defense as a whole is incredible.
Right,
but that front 4, it doesn't make sense. I mean, I don't.
Did both of your guys
they dominated the game.
Who?
Did both of your guys get hurt in that game?
Who's up?
Didn't Cam get hurt?
He got dinged up, but he came. He's good. Cam's good. Just got to worry about TJ, man. That is. He's like, we won, but at what cost type thing? Because I would have rather lost that game than have lose TJ Watt for the season.
Hell yeah!
If that's the case, because. I mean, the guy is literally the best football player in the NFL when he's on the field. He had the one play where he pretty much looks like he was in Cleveland, the Bengals huddle, and got right in the backfield and stopped Joe Mixon before he even got the handoff. He creamed Joe Mixon before he even got the handoff.
That was like Jadeveon Clowney.
Yeah, just some crazy shit. And the very next play, he catches an interception.
All right, I thought the interception was the best play of the game.
That's the very next play after that Joe Mixon creaming, he catches an interception.
Whoa.
Oh, I'm sorry. He catches an interception. I mean, look, whatever you want to say.
The first time that fly,
he really emphasized the creaming.
Yeah, he did.
It's like no cream pies on the Mac.
Sheesh.
Just saying, man.
Yeah, interception was my favorite play of the game.
It was amazing.
It was.
And he could do that all the time. That's not like he did that week 1 in 2020 against the Giants one time. He kind of picked off Daniel Jones the same way.
And it doesn't have the same ring to it, but I hear you.
No, he does shit like this. That's all I'm saying. It's just like you can count on Minka Fitzpatrick scoring a touchdown every year of his career. He's done that thus far. He's scored a touchdown every single year of his career. So, that's just things you can count on. These guys are great players, and I think the Steelers' defense, if TJ Watt can return, is Super Bowl caliber, no doubt.
I think did I see that he's done for 6 weeks
at the minimum.
Possibly for
4 to 6 weeks, I would say at the minimum. It just depends. He's supposed to be getting another opinion.
I mean, nobody's got to be more excited than you, son. Got them coming up next week. I mean, when do we play?
Mac already got a
I don't know.
back.
I'm not sure.
I ain't got time for all that.
That's in November, so he probably, if on the good side, he might be back.
I hope he's done
by then. Don't say that, man. That really would change the complete outlook of the Steelers season.
Yeah.
When I say the Steelers will win 10 games,
fuck them.
when I said the Steelers
TJ Watt.
when I said that they will win 10 games, it was really based on the fact that TJ Watt will win 3 games for the Steelers.
Fuck TJ Watt.
Like seriously. Like that's what he does. But I mean, it's a big difference.
I just want to talk about Joey real quick, Joey Burrow. I think I said this last year. How Joe has it might even be like a retardation of like shit just doesn't phase him. 4 picks, he probably got hit about 10, 15 times, getting smacked around, and still had a almost game-winning drive at the end of the game to win it. That they had like 3, 4, 5 attempts and then get the fucking field goal blocked and go into overtime.
Well, it should have never gone to overtime.
To have that type of poise while you've been getting jacked up all day is crazy to me. Like most quarterbacks will fold after getting hit that many times.
Well, I mean, I would say
that many picks.
Well, what I would say is that he had every opportunity because the Steelers' offense presented it that way for him.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna get to next.
They had 94. They ran 94 plays and dominated time of possession. Though they had 5 turnovers, this shouldn't happen. These are things that should be impossible. But the Steelers' offense is so bad they can't convert on 3rd downs and can't. There's no way.
About your boy Money Mitch, bro. He is what he is.
I think he just had a. He had
we thought they were
exactly what we thought he was. He was boost him up into being something. Y'all got a bunch of pieces, a bunch of firepower, but Mitch is what he is, though.
I mean,
That's what all it comes down to.
I think we can win some games with Mitch, but he's not gonna put the offense over the hump, and we really need some juice or a spark on the offensive side right now. He didn't turn the ball over, so I mean that was really the story.
Yeah, that's a good highlight. But I'm saying getting all those turnovers from the Bengals and he only had
it was supposed to be over.
Pass.
Yeah, I mean it's supposed to be over.
You can't turn somebody over 5 times and have it be a close game.
Right.
Well, the thing is, again, the offense just kept putting the defense back out there, and early on, of course, the defense was making the plays, but they're going to get tired. It's the same thing that we saw a lot last year, and honestly, I blame the offense for TJ Watt's injury. The Steelers got the ball back in the 4th quarter with 1 minute and 40 seconds left. I think the Bengals only had 2 timeouts at that point. 1 first down ends the fucking game. You got to get 1 first down. That's it. We ain't talking about scoring, getting in field goal range. None of that bullshit. You get 1 first down, the game is over. We punted the ball back to the Bengals and they had over a minute left. We didn't even run any time off the clock, and that was pretty much the story for the whole game. The defense was just on the field the entire time, and that's what I think was more about the comeback. And yeah, Joe Burrow did play well down the stretch. He found Chase on several occasions, and he made some great catches or whatever. So I mean, definitely credit to that. But he was playing against a tired unit for real that's been on the field the whole game.
I'm sure he was feeling that shit too, though. The fact that he could still pull off that drive at the end is like crazy. Like, cause he was getting banged up. Y'all was on his ass.
Yeah, I mean, 7 sacks says it all when it comes to that. But yeah,
a lot of crazy twists and turns in that game.
Yeah,
when they get the touchdown, you assume the game is over. Y'all blocked the extra point.
Minka
blocked the extra point. Then in overtime, did they miss first or you miss first?
No, they missed because the Steelers don't expect for them to move. I asked for 1 fucking drive. I'm like, yo, at this point we need 1 drive. That's it. And you get in the game. We go 3 and out in overtime. And of course, the Bengals get the ball. They drive down the field. They get down to like the 20-yard line. They have like a chip shot field goal. I think it's a 29-yarder.
That shit.
Shanked it completely.
Shanked the fuck out that
it wasn't even close.
And that was money.
Wow.
Well, yeah, I mean, it was a terrible snap, terrible bad hold.
That was the bad snap one.
He got the laces. Right. The guy didn't even turn the laces around.
He barely could get the ball down.
Yeah. So the operation was off. They had their backup long snapper in the game. So that's what the difference was. That's why Minka was able to get to the. It was just like a second too slow.
Shit, he just went straight free through the line.
Nobody blocked him.
I was like, damn, nobody touched him at all. He just ran straight through.
I mean, Mika's done that before, though. He's. I don't want to take any credit away from him. Like, he's skilled at blocking.
Nobody blocks you. Like who? How much credit?
I mean, it's schemed up to be that way, but it's also like based on that player's timing off the snap and shit like that too.
Sure.
He's a monster, you have to do things perfectly. Like,
the sea just parted for him. He was like, "Oh, all right, block."
Yeah, he's a monster.
Timely plays in Pittsburgh, bro. That's what great Pittsburgh Steelers players do. They don't just make plays; they make the timely play.
All right, we got it, bro.
Yeah, we got it. You guys got the dub. You got the dub.
Yeah, I mean, I told y'all.
Wins are hard to come by.
Don't say I told y'all. Because you was sweating in that fourth quarter.
I told you.
Did you bet it?
No, I didn't bet it.
What? You created the account?
Yeah, I
done everything
I didn't finish
and didn't bet it.
Yeah, I didn't finish it. I'll find something
plus 6.5.
You told.
Yeah. Man,
I told y'all.
But I did tell y'all I was going. The Steelers. I just knew they were going to win that game.
You always say they're going to win. It doesn't mean a lot to us.
Yeah,
but when I say that shit, like that should be happening though. Like I'll tell y'all, like this week coming up, I'm not even sure about the Patriots game anymore because TJ Watt is not available. That changes my whole thinking.
Right.
About the Steelers, because do I think the defense is going to be good? Yeah, I think they'll still be pretty good. But with TJ Watt on the field, they're another level of elite, of like legendary type elite defense when healthy. So that changes my entire thinking about the outlook of the season. So
appreciate that.
I'll say that.
I think I'm out of here. Protect your pecs.
Yeah. Hopefully it's nothing serious. What do y'all think about the Zach Taylor coaching gaffes or spoofs that they say he made?
Zach Taylor. Who's Zach Taylor?
The Bengals head coach.
Oh, okay,
I didn't see any of what you're talking about, but you had an extra point to win the game. A relatively short field goal to win the game.
Twice.
Well,
they turned it over 5 times. Like, it is what it is.
And you can actually say 6 because they turned it over in the red zone on a turnover on downs or whatever.
There you go.
But they say he should have challenged that Jamar Chase catch where he like caught it going out of bounds.
Did they score?
No, they didn't. They didn't score on that drive. They didn't get any points.
It is what it is. I think I'm going the other way. He should have challenged it in that it looked like a touchdown.
Right.
But if you're gonna be, it would have been first and down, or first down on the one.
They had first down on the one.
Right, but I guess what I'm getting at is if losing the challenge puts you on the one,
right, yeah, that's what it would have been. Yeah,
fuck challenge. If you can't get in from the one, like it is what it is.
That's a good point.
I mean, yeah, I get that too. They had 4 tries to do it.
Yeah, I mean,
they didn't do that.
He might have made a mistake. I don't know.
Well, what about the bigger one is them punting the ball back to the Steelers in overtime with 13 seconds left on the clock. Pretty much when the Bengals are conceding and saying that, 13 seconds left on the play clock. So they could have kept the clock running and took like teams do the delay of game or whatever and then kick the ball. Just drain as much time off as possible and leave the Steelers with little as possible. They didn't really do that. They ended up kicking and leaving about 15 extra seconds on the clock. The Steelers ultimately kick a field goal with 8 seconds left. So, I mean, people are saying that was a big mistake by him as well.
I would agree that that's a mistake. I would blame that more on the punter than anybody else. But I'm not what is the ultimate goal? Is like kind of how I would look at it. Are they trying to say that he's not a good coach?
No, I don't think they're saying that. I just think
pick a play from every single game where it didn't go right and say, what about this? Until there's a coach that stacks up a couple of those in a row. And you're looking at like a 2-5 or something. Like at that point, then I have no problems with saying like, what do we think about the coaching decision?
Yeah.
In week 1 of a wild game that was just nuts back and I don't care. I don't have a strong thought.
Okay.
I guess is what I'm getting at.
All right. Well, I mean, I think that only thing I would say is just that that's like a elementary type thing as far as the punting aspect. Like,
wouldn't you expect your punter to know that?
Oh, I would. I would expect that that entire unit knows that we're not even snapping this ball.
Like in Pee Wee football, I would expect the whole.
We're not snapping this.
Right.
We're not snapping this ball because I mean, like I said, at that point,
given.
You're saying that we're settling for the tie. We're kicking the ball back to them. We're going to try to make sure that they don't have as little time as possible to do anything that they need to do.
Yeah.
So I don't get what happened there, but it's definitely a mistake on the Bengals' behalf. But that's what the Bengals do, and we'll get back to that. Back to the normalcy of what that looks like, being the Bungles and all. But prayers up to TJ Watt. I've been doing all types of shit. Huh?
You forgot they was just in the Super Bowl. Like, you ain't got to go that hard. Y'all almost lost.
What do we call almost losers?
Almost lost.
What do you call an almost loser? A fucking winner. A winner, dog.
All right, you got anything else? We're going to have to figure this out because we can't do 20 minutes of the Steelers every week.
Prayers up to TJ Watt.
Fuck TJ Watt.
And if we beat y'all next week without TJ Watt, dog, I'm just saying, you got even more hell to pay.
I'm trying to boost it up, bro. You're just not so confident about it. Now you're trying to.
I can't be confident about anything. I can't be confident about any game we're stepping into without TJ Watt. I'm sorry. That's just
understood.
That's the guy. You don't just lose the best player in the NFL and think things gonna be peachy. That's not how it works.
True.
What other games y'all want to talk about?
What about yours? Might as well keep moving in that direction.
It was fucking disappointing, son. It was a disappointing Panthers game this week. They looked awful, awful, awful the whole first half.
Like 3 quarters, right?
Second half played fairly well. And then they
look at Robbie Anderson.
Similar to what you were talking about at the end of y'all's game, we end up getting down to the 20 or so. With like a minute and a half left, they have 3 timeouts. And I felt like we got very, very content to just run the ball 3 times, make them use their timeouts and kick the field goal to take the lead, which then they get the ball back with almost a full minute left, end up getting a last-second field goal from almost 60 yards from some fucking rookie field goal kicker.
Yeah,
and you lose the game. But
that's a heartbreak.
I mean, they played so bad throughout the game that it's hard to get like too heartbroken about it.
Right.
Chubb is running all over the place. The offense was non-existent for an entire half. I mean, it was gross. I don't have a whole lot to get into from week 1, but if they don't win week 2, Rule is in super hot seat mode.
Oh, for sure. He was in the hot seat before the season started.
Yeah, coming into the season, he's already in a hot seat of form just because they haven't had 2 losing seasons, which, of course, the expectation was you'd at least have 1.
Right.
Because they were a bad team when he took over. But they haven't looked great for 2 seasons, and he just hasn't done anything.
Right.
Like, from a coaching perspective that gives him any credit.
Right.
Every decision that he's made has been negative for the most part. He's made a lot of bad small decisions. And if they lose to the Giants and the Browns the first 2 weeks, when he's already in the hot seat coming into this season, like he might be gone by week 4.
Damn.
I think if they win week 2, like it could buy a fairly extensive leash for him throughout this year, but they have to win this Sunday or he's in real trouble. And I don't care either way, honestly.
Where was Christian McCaffrey?
Weren't he getting touches?
I count 14 touches for Christian McCaffrey. That's half of what it needs to be.
So,
and I get it.
It's a fine line. It's a fine line between they've given him 30, 35 touches a game his whole career, and he's now had injury problems the last 2 seasons.
For sure.
So I understand not trying to pile it on in week 1 and overload him with 30 carries or something.
But at some point, you need to win the football game.
He had 10 carries.
Right. And at some point, you need to win a football game.
He has to be at 15 to 20 carries every game, and he should be touching it 5 to 10 times in the pass game as well.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I couldn't tell you, but
see, Joe Mixon had touched the ball, had like 27 carries. You telling me McCaffrey can't get like 15, 16?
Yeah, that's crazy.
He mostly got smashed though.
I was looking at that off the stats last. Like they had 27 carries.
Yeah, they definitely.
They had like 80 yards.
The Bengals took 94 snaps Dog, again, this is something.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean both.
This shit is something unheard of, dog.
I blame you. I don't even blame him. He's a child. If you mention anything having to do with the Steelers, we're going for 10 minutes.
I'm not saying 94 steps.
They're talking about the Panthers. Fuck your Steelers. Nobody gives a fuck.
That was a Bengals stat.
Nobody cares. So anyway.
Robbie Anderson got that bomb.
Yeah, he caught 75 touchdowns. Make everybody's numbers look good, but
75 of his 102 yards.
Right, that's what it was. He had like 5 catches, so I'm like, damn, you didn't do shit on the other catches.
That's crazy. Nah, the offense looked really bad, honestly. Myles Garrett was everywhere.
Yeah, they said he did not block well
at all.
Baker up.
And Chubb getting everywhere he wants.
And
what is wrong with you, son?
I'm fine with him being I'm fine with him being there if he got to be there. But you know what my stance is.
I just say he was in the 99 club.
Yeah, but you know that there's 145 key phrases that we can't say around Carl before we get into a Steelers discussion. Let's just keep it moving. The Panthers, it is what it is. I know nobody else was overly tuned into that game. If you're not,
I'm surprised. I mean, that's great news for Cleveland.
Fuck Kareem Hunt. Bitch.
Hey, they ran the ball up and down the field.
141 yards and 22 carries with no TDs. Kareem took both of them.
That was tough. I think he caught one of them.
He did.
Yeah, I mean they got it in.
They didn't look good.
The Browns?
No, the Browns didn't look good.
I mean, running the ball, they did.
Yeah. Well, yes.
Brissett, I don't think
they did.
Is going to be a weapon. I heard he missed a lot of wide open targets and shit.
He was like 50%. Yeah,
he didn't
do anything. That makes it. Let's move on to the next game.
Really?
This game is over with. There was an absolute bullshit call towards the end of the game.
I heard about this.
Where he pump faked the spike, didn't spike it.
Who we talking about?
Brissett.
Oh, Brissett.
And then he decided to spike it afterwards. Now, apparently the rule is you cannot fake a spike
and then intentional grounding.
And then spike it afterwards as an intentional grounding. They threw the flag, huddled up, and picked it up, and just called nothing. And then they ended up kicking the field.
Bullshit.
Not to mention there was also a fairly weak roughing the passer that got called in the final drive that got them into their 58-yard field goal game-winning range. But between the two of those, you give them an extra 15 yards. You don't take away 15 yards. It's fucking huge.
Yeah, it's pretty tough.
It is what it is.
People, you got to bring that shit up. I know I do because people forget about that shit.
Well, it won't matter next week.
This is like a crucial moment in the game. Like
next week, we're 0-1 though. Coming in, nobody gives a fuck. But I have to get it off right now.
For sure. Those are things that piss you off when you're watching it because you don't understand what's going on.
They threw the flag. If it doesn't get called and it's just like it was a missed call, it is what it is.
Somebody knew that shit was fucked up.
All the fucking people in charge get together and they're like, nah, let's pick it up.
And New York.
Let's get out of here, fellas.
You got to think about it. New York is...
Yes, that's what it felt like.
New York is watching the game as well, too. They're supposed to be the people who call and be like, hey, we got to call this shit.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what they could have done.
What's the point of having those motherfuckers then?
Nothing. It was brutal though. Yeah, there was a few other early games that were lesser teams or lesser games. We don't think we need to worry about getting into those later games.
Yes, indeed.
Giants Titans is the first one that popped up on my list of older games. So you said you want to tell us about
what the fuck happened?
Honestly, I don't even know. I haven't even seen highlights. I ain't seen none of it.
They were up.
Did they go for 2 to win the game?
They were up. Weren't they up like 20-0?
No,
they was never down that much.
No,
it was fairly close, like the whole game.
It's like 20-6 or something.
It might have been 14-0. It might have got to 14.
Well, they started off 13-0.
Okay.
And I'm assuming they scored first in the third quarter as well. Tennessee did, or maybe not scored first, but they scored 7 in the third quarter.
That was 13-0, then 13-6 tie game, 13-20, 21.
That's how it went.
Yeah.
Well, I just remember looking at it. I'm like, oh, they got a handle on this game. No concerns.
Who, the Titans?
Yeah, and I didn't even realize that they had fucking lost until I think Andrew threw something out in the chat. I'm like, yo, what the fuck? Seriously. That's some bullshit. I didn't see that coming.
Is the only reason why you care about this game.
Oh, because I picked them that was my fucking survivor pool pick. It seemed like such a safe bet. Like, oh, you definitely going to beat the fucking Giants week 1 if you're the Titans.
Saquon healthy.
Yeah, Saquon.
Yeah, he went for $165.
He looked great.
He's top 5 when he healthy, man.
You were saying it last week. You were talking about him.
Yeah,
I mean, I didn't trust it out there just because he's been out the last couple years.
And I didn't think he was going to win, but I thought Saquon would be played well.
Yeah,
he did. He did a great job. I mean, he's really the difference because I don't think Daniel Jones didn't have a fantastic game or anything like that.
17 for 21.
Yeah, he threw a pick though.
Only $188.
2 TDs.
Yeah,
not terrible. I didn't see anything from that game other than the final. Literally, I don't even know how they scored or got the 2-pointer.
I seen Derrick Henry get fucking popped.
Bro, I did see
he
that.
Got blasted, bro.
It was such a rare occurrence that it
Well, he only had like 82 yards, right? Yeah. He didn't go off on him or anything.
Did you see this hit though?
No, I didn't see that hit.
This was going into the end zone, right?
I don't remember if it was.
He got kind of like met by the linebacker coming in.
He straight blasted his ass.
Blasted, son. Like you don't see Derrick Henry toppling over the side.
It was nothing. It was like, damn, he did Derrick Henry like that.
Yeah, you got to look that up.
I got to see that.
It might be worth seeing.
Yeah. I mean, all chest. It was all straight shoulders.
Wow. Hey, I guess Brian Dable might be a decent coach. Well, I guess we'll see what happens. Yeah, right, for sure. We'll see what happens.
But definitely feeling good after that win.
It didn't happen often for the Giants like this before, so he's doing something right.
It's been like 3 or 4 seasons since they won.
Yeah, they haven't been good.
Yeah. Good for them.
So we'll see, but I mean, definitely surprised the fuck out of me. I'm just like, yo, what the fuck happened to Tennessee Titans here? Like, they missed a field goal at the end, so that's pretty much how they lost.
They missed a game winner.
Yeah.
I totally forgot about that.
They missed the field.
It was like only like a 48-yarder or something. It wasn't like nothing crazy.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it wasn't nothing crazy.
For that.
But it's the week to definitely hug your kicker.
Yeah, for sure. A lot of bad kicking games.
And the best receiver is Kyle Phillips.
That's tough. That's
Kyle Phillips.
I do not.
That's what's wrong with the Titans.
Where's my man?
Bus right now.
Treylon Burks ain't do nothing. He ain't get it in at all.
He had 3 catches.
Who is that?
55.
That's the guy who's supposed to be the next AJ Brown, but it's clearly
for the Titans.
Yeah. For the Titans.
I was just going off the numbers that was made. He had 6 catches, 66 yards. Kyle Phillips, don't know who that is.
I know you ain't throwing shots. What'd your boy do?
Who?
How the receiver for the Steelers, the rookie.
Oh, he man. I mean, he didn't do anything with Mitch.
I know. Yeah,
one catch for like 3 yards. But he seemed like he was getting pretty frustrated.
Yeah, he did it.
I really think he was.
That's on me. That's on me.
I really think he was open,
guys.
Again, that offense is a Ferrari, and Mitch ain't the key. That's all I'm saying. He ain't the key.
So last week, we were talking about the Vikings and the Packers.
Yeah.
Divisional matchup.
I was saying that on paper, the Vikings look so much better, but good luck betting on them to win the division.
Right.
I would still say that if there's a team that lost week 1 that I think should panic the least, Packers got to be one of them. But they got manhandled from what I see. 23
they should be the least panic.
Yeah, when you have Aaron Rodgers.
Seen that pass that receiver drop.
Yeah,
that's what he's got to deal with.
That's a problem. You got Aaron Rodgers. You can't panic week 1 no matter what happens.
Yeah,
he was down his best wide receiver too. Though Lazard didn't play, right?
Lazard didn't play. He's going to be missing.
But honestly, I think the bigger concern is everything that I heard in the offseason was that the Packers' defense was going to be crazy this year. And you listen to certain people talk, and they were like, they're going to be scary good this year. We're always concerned about you know Rodgers is going to put up some points, but the defense won't hold up. I kept hearing people talking about how the defense is going to hold it down this year.
Yeah, I don't think I heard that.
Justin Jefferson made it look like they weren't out on the field.
They're supposed to have a good secondary, but Well, apparently not. If you let the guy you knew you had to stop.
He was running everywhere.
The guy you knew you had to stop.
That boy was cooking. He
had 184 yards.
Wide open.
Was it 184 or 182?
184, I believe. And I saw earlier while we were recording this set, he had 137 yards on open targets, which they considered open to be 3-yard difference.
How?
3 yards is massive.
How are you losing this guy?
He was cooking.
I don't know, son.
Yeah,
that dude is special.
Yeah,
we knew that, but
they didn't, apparently.
It's just crazy. So that's a divisional team.
Right. This is the guy.
Divisional team. What are you doing?
Yeah, that's seriously. That can't happen. I mean,
they look good, though.
For the Packers, their leading receiver was A.J. Dillon.
So, I saw that.
That kind of
sums up. That's a problem. The power back.
Yeah. That kind of sums up what's going on with
the fullback
right
was the leading receiver.
Yeah, it's going to be rough for everybody. So I think I don't want to say panic yet, but we can see what's going to happen throughout. They might turn it around. I don't know. Got a lot of young guys. They might turn around.
Yeah, you got to relax with the Packers at the beginning of the season. They do this shit like every year.
And as weak as the NFC is, somebody's going to have to win these games.
Right. That's true, too.
I'm telling you, as we get deeper into the season, we didn't even get to this point yet.
Right.
Dak is gone.
Dak is gone.
The Cowboys are supposed to be one of the teams that are at least respectable.
We thought.
With Dak gone, they're not. And he didn't look that good in game one.
They didn't look good.
Somebody's going to have to win these games in the NFC, and I just assume that the Packers are going to win games. I don't know. Do you want to go to the Cowboys game?
Might as well.
I know we're going out of order.
Just one quick thing.
Yeah, go for it.
We was talking about how we dislike the AFC South so much.
Yes.
Every team in the AFC South lost, and 2 of them played each other.
I saw that.
Every team didn't get a win, and 2 of them played each other because it was a tie.
Texans, Colts, just a gross game.
That's nasty.
There was almost 2 ties week 1.
It was.
We're this close.
It was.
I mean, shame on the Colts for not taking a quarterback in the draft.
That they should have kept Wentz. I'm on that train. That
Wentz balled.
He played well.
He got blamed. He got overly blamed for last season, and Matt Ryan is old, son.
Yeah, Matty Ice. I
didn't see
fantastic.
Ice.
Yeah, he was.
Sounds like it. I didn't see any highlights or any game or anything to really see how bad he played.
I'm fine with the Matt Ryan addition if you have a young quarterback waiting.
Right.
This will be a great scenario for you to have drafted a young quarterback in. There's no reason they should have passed on Kenny Pickett. You know what I'm saying? It's no reason really.
I mean, they put up some crazy numbers. Matt Ryan almost had 352 yards. He threw the ball 50 times.
50 times, son. That's what I was just looking at.
I didn't even. Yeah, Pittman went off though.
Went dumb.
I didn't know he had. I didn't see his stats.
Taylor ran about 31
Keep in mind they played almost 5 quarters.
Yeah.
But
that's true.
50 passes though from Matt Ryan. As soon as I saw the 50, I went to see how many touches Taylor had, and he had 31 carries. So I mean, you can't say they weren't feeding Taylor.
With this, that's crazy.
I was going to say it was $161.
He was stupid.
And he got in the end zone late in the game.
So they look decent. They should have got the dub, but I think Davis Mills might need to start getting a little bit more respect out here. I think he might be kind of good.
Yeah, I mean,
I think he's gonna start getting respect.
Yeah,
not as any kind of top tier quarterback, but he obviously is respectable. He's not a guy you're gonna run over.
I'm telling you,
23, 37,
this trade could really build
Jesus Christ
the Texans into something. Not like a Super Bowl contender per se, but they'll be a contender next 4 or 5 years.
So they could get back to what they were with Watson.
Or I just like Davis Mills.
They're there now. If you ask me,
we're not doing this Deshaun thing.
Anyway, I just want to talk about the AFC South.
AFC South is
Kansas City.
Son.
They're nasty.
What a gross division. Chiefs Cardinals. The Chiefs. All right, so I think this could be
y'all's disrespect last week. I think it's what it is. Y'all was putting Mahomes at 3rd in their division. Y'all was putting the Chiefs 3rd in their division.
Now it's us.
Yeah, right. After you trashed Mahomes his entire career.
It's surprising because y'all been on my own side his entire career to drop him down to third in the division.
No. I had him second.
It's crazy. Okay, you had him second.
I had him second, and I stand by that. I'm rolling with the Chargers this year, but they looked like they came out with a chip on their shoulder.
I think Mahomes might go crazier without Tariq. Because now you don't know who to hone in on. And he's just having a field day.
All right, but
he's just having a fucking field day out there.
I think the one thing you might have to keep in mind is that Cardinals defense.
It is pretty bad. I thought they would be better than that, though.
I thought they would be better than this.
What's his name? Buda Baker and motherfuckers like that. Like, they don't have whatchamacallit.
Chandler Jones is going.
They don't have
Chandler
any.
Jones.
The defense starts at the front seven. If your best player is your safety, then I bet you don't have a good defense.
I guess it makes sense.
That's kind of where I look at it, or how I look at it.
He was cooking them.
Yeah, I'm really. Who do they play Thursday night? They play the Chargers.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So that'll really give you a kind of ballpark of where these teams stand currently. I don't know how much it was of the Cardinals defense being so terrible. I've always got the utmost respect for Mahomes, but they looked like they wanted to show the league what's up.
For sure. They look really good.
That was definitely one of those.
I think the Cardinals just didn't look great, though.
They didn't.
No, clearly not.
They weren't. Even them coming back and scoring 21 points, that don't really do it justice of actually what they weren't really doing shit with the ball.
I appreciate it for my fantasy, but
I needed 2 Kyler touchdowns.
It was still
they were not.
Didn't matter at all.
They were not good.
Mahomes was 30 for 39,
360 yards
with 5 tutties. Dog,
wow,
field day.
That's Madden numbers.
He's playing 7-on-7.
That's how you know you got to turn the skill level up one.
Yeah.
And Kyler Murray had 193 yards. It's unacceptable for a guy in the air raid offense. I mean, we know.
He said, what happened in what offense?
In an air raid offense or scheme type thing.
He ain't got D out right now.
Yeah, I don't disagree with you. That's crazy to put up those.
This is the way that they're built to be an offensive team.
Look at the receivers.
Yeah, look at
they're awful. Yeah,
I've never heard of the guy that had the most catches.
Dortch.
Yeah, I don't know
who the fuck is Dortch?
Who the fuck is this?
Is that Blue Dortch?
Yeah, Christian Kirk. Rondell Moore didn't play. Who had that rookie last year?
Dortch?
He had nobody throw to.
Who the fuck is Dortch?
Nobody doing anything with the ball anyway. 4 receptions, 43 yards for Hollywood Brown. Dortch, 7 receptions for 63 yards. Nobody's, that's not enough production to move the ball consistently.
Can I tell you, Greg Dortch? Can I tell you his measurements, boss?
What we got? Probably like 5'9".
Yeah, was this the only thing the Cardinals draft? 5'7", 180. No, 5'7", 175.
Imagine that hopping off the bus first. Kyler Murray, Marquise Brown.
That's why they drafted him. They were like, we need a smaller person for Kyler to be around.
He looks super small.
That's
I can never get over that. But
5'7".
Yeah.
But anyway,
there's not much you can do with that.
Yeah,
they're in desperate need of D-Hop, but he's not coming back anytime soon.
6 weeks, right?
Yeah, he's not coming back till week 7.
Your boy had a good game though, didn't he?
James Conner?
No, I was actually thinking of the other ex-Steeler.
Which one is that?
Juju.
Oh yeah. He fumbled.
6 for 79.
He had a fumble though.
I thought it was bigger numbers than that. But with a fumble,
he's going to be a reliable target for, and they're using him down the field more. I think he's going to be good for them. He's going to make some plays.
Valdez Scanlon.
Yeah, I got MVS running straight down the middle with Kelsey and Juju out there getting open.
Kelsey's amazing.
Yeah, I think that's who people was like
something special.
Talking a lot about Tariq Hill missing. Kelsey has always been the most.
He's the number 1 wide receiver though in that system. He's the number 1 wide receiver.
Yeah,
Tariq was the explosive guy, but consistently, I need a play to get in field goal range or first down type shit. He's going to Kelsey, and he's always open for those opportunities.
Pretty much.
I know this is dangerous territory because you're the ultimate Patriots hater. He's obviously a Patriots fan. Where does Kelsey stand as far as the greatest tight end debate?
It's hard to put anybody over Gronk when you have those conversations. But then when you watch Kelsey play, though, you be like, it don't get no better than that. Route running wise.
In his career, he might move to that.
You think so?
To the best of all time.
Oh wow!
Just if he stays on this, like the numbers he could put up, and now that he's the number one guy, they're just gonna keep
in
going
that
up.
offense.
Yeah, they're just gonna keep going up.
Right.
So
I was just curious.
He's he gonna be
for a little bit longer,
certainly top three. I think it's always gonna be a debate, or you can juggle.
Yeah.
By the time it's all said and done, right now it's Gronk for sure, but he's top three or definitely. I mean, I don't want to hear it past top five for sure.
Yeah. Right.
You know.
But it's a lot of when you go in the history of the game and shit. You know, it's a lot of great tight ends and shit. But
shout out Tony.
When you watch him play again, you just say it don't get no better than this.
Right.
It's unguardable.
Just looks too good.
He's unguardable right there.
Boy's nice.
So, yeah, I mean, hey, the Chiefs look like they're in mid-season form. Honestly,
yeah, they did
coming out. So they made a big difference.
I mean, well, Gronk will always be his daddy because he wears his number, but you know, it is what it is.
Did y'all watch any of the Raiders and Chargers game?
I wish I got to see more of it. No, I didn't.
Holy shit!
Was in and out of it. It was in and out.
I didn't know Derek Carr threw 3 interceptions.
He did.
I was just gonna mention that too. I haven't even seen them. Like I don't know how
bad balls in there.
Was it?
Yeah, a few bad balls. But that boy Devontae though,
10 for 141.
That motherfucker was cooking out that joint, dog.
So I heard somebody talking about this on another podcast. I'll be honest. This isn't an Andrew original.
Yeah,
Devontae had 17 targets.
He did.
The next,
a lot of forcing.
The next most was 6. Yeah, they were saying like his car.
Oh, that's terrible.
His car just too in on Devontae.
For those 3 picks. For sure.
3 picks. He's got 17 targets. I mean, that looks like
there was all in Devontae's direction.
Make sure you give him 20 targets a game, dog.
Right. I would assume at least 2 of them, right?
Look, Waller is the guy that got 6, but Waller and Renfro are too talented,
right,
to be distributed.
You got to spread the
75, 15, and 10%. Like those guys got to get the ball.
That's true. You got to spread this shit around.
Yeah, he only had 37 attempts. So
17 of them.
Right. You know, that's crazy.
The whole rest of the team's gonna fight this man.
Overhyped to have his guy playing with him.
Yeah,
again.
I think so. Well, plus, again, I didn't get to see it, but I mean, the Chargers
nearly
defense,
half of your attempts, though.
Chargers defense is solid. They might have had him running all over the place. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, they got some guys in the secondary. Justin Herbert, of course, looked like he played a great game.
Yeah, his numbers look good. His numbers look great. That's all you can say about that. Almost 300 yards.
Yeah, I mean,
super high completion percentage. 3-0. Don't get much better than that.
Yeah, I still think he needs Keenan Allen's a good player. I still think he needs. Did he?
I believe he got hurt in the game, is what I heard.
Oh, that would really suck for them.
I don't know if it's like a lengthy thing or something.
Yeah,
but I heard he got hurt.
I feel like he really needs a guy at the wide receiver position, though. Like, you know.
I think they need somebody.
I don't think he needs anything
apart from Keenan Allen, because Mike Williams is supposed to be that guy, and he ain't really show up that much.
Yeah, but I see Mike Williams as like a 50-50 ball
boom
catcher.
Or bust. Yeah.
Just
deep ball.
Right.
I was about to say the same.
I don't see him as a dominant wide receiver. That's all I'm saying. He just needs. Yeah. But I see Keenan Allen as a possession wide receiver. Mm-hmm. I think he needs a guy. You know, even if it's like a DK Metcalf, just somebody who you know, like.
That's all.
You know,
just a DK Metcalf.
Well, I'm saying like
if you're gonna say
he don't have to be like the best wide receiver in the league.
Even like you got to throw like Marvin Jones out there. You can't say even like a DK Metcalf.
Even like a
you can use like a Jerry Rice kind of guy or something.
Yeah, exactly.
No, that's not comparable.
But what we're not gonna do is start throwing in these little excuses already. Don't throw them little excuses. Oh, we need somebody else out there. No, they got a lot.
Here's a lot. Pre-game sprinkling.
Yeah, don't sprinkle.
Oh man, just went for almost 300 yards with 3 touchdowns. You don't gotta make excuses for him.
I'm just saying he still need that. He still needs that. He need that.
He got Keenan Allen. He got Everett. He Everett a couple times.
He balled out. I don't think he needs anything.
Yeah, I don't think he necessarily needs. It would be nice.
They should make a trade.
Nice to have another guy, but I wouldn't say he needs
a good wide receiver.
I think I'm gonna go
sleep
ahead
on Keenan though. Like you really don't give Keenan his proper respect.
He don't respect no receiver that's not 6'5", 4.
That's a lie.
They gotta be elite, massive. DK Metcalf. They gotta be DK
No,
Metcalf.
I don't even like DK Metcalf.
Yeah, we fucking DK Metcalf.
But he was your suggestion that just came to mind.
But that's why I said even like because I don't hold him to as high of a standard as you guys would.
DK Metcalf. It's like two. Him and AJ Brown. I mean, like the only one of ones there's in the league.
I mean,
Can you just admit though that you don't respect receivers until they're that size? And don't say AB.
AB.
Get the fuck out of here. It's your only example. If he wasn't on your team, you would have talked shit about him too until he made you say that he was good. Outside of AB and any other Steelers receiver, you don't respect any receiver that's not 6'5" and fast as fuck.
That's a lie, man.
You're scared.
I like Tyler Lockett. He's a great wide receiver. I mean, I've never said this, and I do like Cooper Kupp. I mean, I've never said I didn't like him.
Now, after we made you,
no, bro. I never said I didn't. I never said I didn't like him.
Negative now just be straight up hate after you get the triple crown.
Yeah,
he was. You gotta respect that.
I was a fan of him prior to this.
Posting the Bills up too by himself. That boy is special.
Yeah,
but look. We've been going for an hour and 20 already.
We have, man.
On only the football. Which is what we should do every week. It's football
right,
season.
Right,
Who cares?
right.
But
a little bit
do you have anything else that we didn't get to yet?
Bucks Cowboys, man. Y'all anything
the last game.
Yeah, sure.
Just might as well.
It was gross. It was boring as fuck.
Yeah, it was
the Cowboys look like trash, apparently.
I
think there might be. It would have been a little bit of an overreaction towards the Cowboys because I do think Tampa's defense is solid.
Yeah, pretty solid.
But without Dak, it's not an overreaction. They suck.
I think it's an overreaction regardless of what Tampa's deep. They're supposed to be. They got offensive minds over there, right? I mean, you got Mike McCarthy and fucking what's the?
About to give Mike McCarthy some love, man.
I'm saying he's supposed to be some offensive guru, right? I mean, really, that's kind of where he cut his teeth
with. I don't know
with.
if anybody's ever called him a guru.
Maybe not, but I'm just saying that's his specialty.
That was what
he's supposed to be good at fucking offense. Yeah. They got all of these wide receivers that they supposed to have in Dallas and shit. Like this fantastic O-line.
Yeah, they don't.
Yeah, I don't know if this is a fair narrative now.
Gallup's still there, right?
He didn't play last night.
Oh, well, maybe not.
It was CD Lamb or bust last night.
Pretty much.
They gave away Cooper. They gave away Collins off the line. I don't know. Nothing excuses what they did last night. But I don't know if they're still the same top-tier offensive line with great receivers team anymore.
I was just saying they scored 3 points. It's just...
I feel like they've been confused ever since
they maxed out Zeke.
Yeah, the Zeke thing really throws a wrench in it for me.
They fucked up that they had an identity and they went away from that shit. It's similar to what happened to, on a lesser scale, I guess, but what happened to the Seahawks. When you had an identity, but you just went away from that shit and now your team sucks, or at best it's going to be average. Like,
it seemed like as soon as they signed Zeke, they decided we wanted to throw the ball 65 times a game.
Right.
Which makes no sense as a group decision together. Don't sign a running back for X amount of dollars if you're going to turn it into a pass offense.
And it seemed like Zeke has. I'm missing so many parts of the game. I probably need to rewatch it and some highlights or something. But it seemed like Zeke was getting off a little bit early on.
He was.
He had some runs. Couple good little runs. I'm like, Zeke showing some burst.
So you got to try to score. Get down the field and make some big drives, but I think Cowboys just don't have enough, man.
McCarthy's got to be on the hot seat too, though.
He is.
I would think
he has.
He gets a little bit of the benefit of being in Dallas, where Jerry is just hesitant to fire people quickly, but he should be on the hot seat.
Yeah, look, Zeke had 10 carries, 52 yards.
He is hot. As long as carry was 7. So he was hitting you for 5 every single time.
Literally every pop.
It wasn't a 35-yard run.
He was running the ball pretty well. Dak's overrated, man. Wow, 14 of 29, though.
Wow,
14 of 29. And I'm not saying that the Bucs defense, I'm sure is pretty good, but at the same time, Dak is known for being accurate. At least
look at who's the other receivers besides Lamb?
CD really.
I don't think that's an excuse for 50%.
For a game, I think it can be.
Possibly, but
It depends on what happens moving forward if he plays again this year. But I don't know. For a game, I'm not going to kill you on 50%.
I don't know. I mean, it's so many.
And he won't connect it with ZD either.
Boy, you
11
could
targets on 2 catches.
Well, I mean, that's a big
terrible.
problem.
You say 11 targets, 2
He had the most
catches?
targets, only 2 catches.
Good Lord.
And it was what 2
Schultz
catches.
got the most catches with 7. Their tight end.
Yeah, he's a solid tight end.
Yeah, he's pretty
I mean, that's just I don't know.
I think you need to worry. I think you do need to worry about the Bucks.
The Bucks, man.
Like from a season-long standpoint, I keep saying
I'm
that.
concerned.
But somebody's going to have to win the NFC, and they're going to be one of the better teams.
Leonard Fournette is a dog, and it looks like to me, like since they got Godwin hurt and who else? Somebody else is hurt. Fuck.
I know Godwin had a hamstring or something.
Julio looked decent. I mean, he looked like he won't probably last the whole season.
I thought he looked really good last
But he
night.
did look good. He looked good. He had like 3 catches or some shit
I
like that.
still have the same concerns you do about him doing that all year.
Because
But
he caught that
last
deep
night,
ball,
he
and he
looked
came
good.
down a little wrong. He was limping off. I was like, here we go.
Yeah.
He made some big plays.
I mean, I just think it's too much to ask for these guys to stay healthy for a full season. A lot of them, they're just older players, you know.
I could see
They
that.
got Gage too. Russell Gage, speedy guy. Fucking Leonard Fournette is a dog, though.
Yeah, I mean, he had a great game.
He did. He looked great. He's not a guy that I really respect.
How's that?
I don't really think of him as anything special.
It's because he came out at the same time McCaffrey did. Since you hold that.
No, you asked.
Like-
I wanted Fournette so bad over McCaffrey.
Yeah.
No, I think he's just an average running back.
For real?
Do you think of him as a top 15 running back?
I think he could arguably be a top 15 running back right now.
Yeah,
I
but I
would
think
put him
that's
top
my
15.
I think that's my point though.
Yeah.
It's like you could make
I
an
don't think
argument
he's
for top
ever-
15, but you're arguing for spots 13 through 15.
Probably.
Yeah, I don't think he's terrible. I just don't look at him as a weapon.
I think it's weird you say you don't respect him because I feel like he makes big plays and big moments for them, especially for the Bucks since he's been with them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Helped them get that chip and shit. But I don't know. I mean, if he can put up games like that, even if he does like a handful of those this year,
Shit, yeah.
they're gonna win those games.
No,
if
that's
he's doing that.
if he's doing what he did last night, it's a totally different ballgame.
Yeah.
I don't think of him as being that good, and he was gashing them.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
was.
Every single play.
He was.
It wasn't like he busted a 70-yarder and it fell apart after.
17 was the longest.
It was every single run.
Yeah, he was going crazy.
Well, I mean, this just speaks to the Cowboys' defense is not very good.
Probably.
Yeah, and Parsons is everywhere.
Yeah, I mean, he has
Everybody
to,
else must suck.
People,
He was
people
everywhere.
were saying that Parsons could win Defensive Player of the Year this year, and I mean he's certainly talented enough to do it, but not on that defense.
And now he got a damn good shot now.
Y'all funny. Don't
Shit wide open out here now.
don't
He
joke.
got 6 weeks off for what? At least.
Watt can take 6 weeks off and still have 15 sacks.
He legitimately could.
Just saying. But anyway, I mean he won't win it being on that defense. That's what my
that's a
point
fair
was.
point. Yeah, makes
They're just not going to win enough for them to claim that title.
Well, it was a successful first week. We'll see how week 2 goes. It's just nice to be back in football season, but we can't do the whole pod on football, even though that's all I know about from this week. I understand there's
Pretty much.
drama going on this week, though, outside of the sports news. What do we got?
Well, I guess it kind of started with, I don't know if it started, it's like 2 separate things, but they all connected.
Yeah.
Kanye was getting his antics off last week, which is kind of, makes sense. Goofy shit, going in on Pete, going off on Cam, going off on their mom.
What was up with the diarrhea statement? That was pretty wild.
Yeah, I said that was fake.
Oh, that was fake.
Yeah, the one that said she has more diarrhea.
She has diarrhea more than the average person. Like it's not normal.
It was just so random as hell.
Like, oh shit, why would he say that?
But my favorite line of all of them was, "Oh, yay crazy is basic as fuck at this point. I'm simply right. I know girls who sell pussy that don't agree with how my daughters are displayed." It's a wild line to get off.
That is a super wild line.
I mean, look, I don't disagree with him though. It's like, bitch, who the fuck are you to say something to me about my daughter and how I'm trying to raise her and shit? And you out here selling pussy.
I don't think you got the point.
I don't think you got the point of that quote at all.
So what is he saying?
It was like saying the girls who selling pussy was on his side about he's getting treated with his kids.
Really?
How
I didn't take it that way.
Displaying his kids.
I didn't hear it that way.
Believe that what he's getting, he's been adamant.
He wants his kids to go to Donda school.
Doesn't want the girl on TikTok. I know that's been like a main sticking point.
I get what he's saying.
I believe
now.
what he's saying is
this girl's doing OnlyFans that agree with me.
That would say that it's not appropriate for my daughter to be
All right,
on
I get that down.
Yeah.
I get that. I was thinking it from the other side, but I understand
Somebody needs help. Kanye,
I think the most common
person always going to
probably
agree with you, Kanye. You're Kanye.
It's a good point. It's a very
he's
good
going to have
point.
a lot of people that agree with him on most things, even if he says something
no matter what
incredibly outrageous that makes zero sense. Somebody's going to buy into that shit. Like, oh, Kanye said it.
Nuts so.
I wish he got banned from Instagram.
But yeah, like
it's kind of funny sometimes.
We
but
talked
it's
about
so
before.
stupid.
You saying him and Game is different because Kanye is so introspective. It's lame shit that he doing. Like you don't need to be doing this. You don't need to be calling out Kim's mom, going in on Kim. Like what is this doing to help your situation? What's the whole point of it? Going off on Pete again because apparently they like got back together. Supposedly,
I hadn't even heard about that.
Yeah, Pete and them came back together. Some shit. I don't know no truth to it, but yeah, like you just sound bitter and hurt on doing all this shit on the internet, bro.
The man just want to see his kids. That's it.
I'm sure he does see his kids.
So.
It looks really silly.
It's just and then he was doing the thing. Y'all see that little clip where he was talking to, I think it was a Gap, not Gap, Adidas. People were ranting about how they should make him like give him all the control. You know how you like say you hate when like Jay-Z always talking about he a billionaire at the time. I'm sick of Kanye like doing more than everybody else and still acting like he's getting held back from something.
No, I'm 100%, 100% on your side on
How much more
that.
you supposed to get, dog? Like how much more you need to get?
No, I completely agree with you on this. I saw some shit today talking about after his deals with Adidas and Gap run out, he's gonna be independent and not work with these major corporations. Just like it's the same.
Doesn't make sense. But
Why are you not getting to that point before this? Like, there's always a problem with the other company that you're working with. Like, you're the problem. And if it's always the other company, you're the problem.
Because at the end of the day, he's choosing to work with these people because they have the infrastructure already.
Yeah, they have the means that he wants to take advantage of.
You can tell them,
makes sense.
this, I want you to make this shoe, and they're going to make this shoe and sell it all over the world for you.
Yeah.
Costs a lot more money out your pocket if you're going to try to do that shit yourself.
Man,
so you
this
talk to them.
This is the same fucking label conversation that we've had 100 times.
Yeah, I mean, it's a similar.
He wants the benefit of being independent so he can make his own decisions, but he wants the finances of other people. And of course, once you take other people's finances, big corporations specifically, they're going to run the game how they want to run the game. They don't care about your genius patent that you put together for this new shoe. They're thinking, bitch, how do I get this out to people?
They're not about to give you Adidas.
No.
They're not about to do that shit.
Yeah, all this stuff is, I think it's so annoying. It's rich whining.
My only thing is just that if it is an issue or if it was a problem, I don't get why he's putting it on social media, because if it really was an issue, it would be contractual and you would sue them about that.
If you had a legitimate right.
If you had a legitimate right.
Replica Yeezys that want like official Yeezys.
Adidas specifically, right?
Yeah, they was.
Yeah.
But it's like, dog, you don't realize that's what every shoe company does?
Right.
Whenever there's a big shoe that they're selling, or the big brand or whatever of shoe, they're going to make replicas of it and sell it for cheaper.
Particularly when it's the X company.
Exactly.
The company that you left and talked a bunch of shit about, you think they're not going to copy your design?
They still have Yeezy though, right? It's not like they're not selling Yeezys no more, right?
No, they're still selling Yeezys.
Right.
They just made like cheaper, like different colorways they didn't approve of.
Right.
Shit,
I know that part. Yeah.
So like, I mean, hey, that's what's going to happen, bro.
I thought he wasn't with Adidas at all, to be honest with you. That's why I said that, but I might have just been.
I mean, might not
completely wrong.
I don't know.
I'm not sure either.
I don't think that's.
I think y'all are probably.
I think Yeezy is still.
Yeah, I think y'all are probably.
Adidas, yeah.
Either way,
not sure if it's.
I don't
know about that right now.
What's that?
I'm not sure. I mean, nobody knows what the contract between them look like.
I mean, they said it was supposed to be like 2024 or 25 or something like that.
Yeah, I'm sure you read up recently because I mean, it's a successful company, so
yeah. Shoes went down.
Yeah, you would imagine.
But yeah, Kanye got chill out with the antics, man. Yep. It's no difference, man. He's just getting his shit off, just like anybody else would. But he got chill. But on to the next situation.
Kanye's boy. Ray J.
The legend.
Yeah, he getting it off on Instagram right now.
I seen that on the post. I guess it was like early in the day. In 1 hour.
Yeah, that's what he sounded like. Yeah.
I'm letting it loose. What he say? He said some shit like that.
I'm uploading everything.
Oh yeah, and put it all out there. I was like, what the fuck is Ray J talking about? And he talking about the fucking sex tape again. Why is he still on the sex tape?
I don't know why this is going back and forth.
I know the answer.
What was that?
Because Ray J's not relevant besides that.
Oh no, I don't think that.
He's highly successful though.
Ray kind of popping though.
Y'all got this respect for Ray that I don't understand.
Yeah,
Ray is the biggest court jester you've ever seen. He's a clown.
I mean,
he's good at playing the role. 100%.
He does do shit for
but he doesn't have to do that because he making money though.
I'm not talking about his money. I don't know anything about his money. Who he is as a person is a clown.
I think that might be.
That's how he's.
That might be
made
fair.
his way in the public eye. So I just don't pay any attention.
I'm just saying I don't think it's necessary for him to do that to like generate anything for him. Like he's a like successful entrepreneur at this point.
I mean, he is, but I think that's still like a part of his shit to do shit on the internet too. I think he purposely does that shit.
Yeah, he
should feed any business to Raycon.
He should be. I mean, that's entertaining. That's his own. He hasn't outside of being. Instead of calling him a clown, I'll say outside of being like silly on the internet, he hasn't put forth like entertainment product. Not like he's a singer or something like that.
Versus.
No,
that shit was highly entertaining.
That's a part of what I'm talking about.
Right.
He's good at garnering attention by being a goofball. Yeah. I'm saying, but it's not like he has like an entertainment, an artistic value, I should say. He has an entertainment value for sure.
Right.
He doesn't have like a product that he's going to give you. His best attribute is his ability to market and get attention.
Them Raycons. These are pretty good headphones.
Yeah, maybe. Like don't think we're on the same page if we're talking about that headphones.
I know what you mean. Yeah. I mean, yeah, he's definitely doing funny shit on the end there. I just think it's wild that he's like, I guess, trying to reveal that there was a second tape that never got put out or something.
Well, it's pretty much what he's saying is that this was all like conspire, like they cooked Kris Jenner and they cooked all this plan up to release the sex tape.
Like that's regular.
He said his contract. Yeah, I thought everybody knew. Like
that's what makes it odd to me. Like,
we knew y'all got paid based off on this shit.
But this shit go along.
That's why to me it just seems like I don't even know enough information to really say this, but it just seems like he sees an opportunity for Kanye's going wild again. It's like, let me jump on Kanye's bandwagon and say, yo, they're doing it to me too. Like,
maybe so.
He's going at Kris. Why don't I jump in on this? Like, I think it's probably like an intelligent thing to do.
Well,
from the way that he markets and stuff.
But I don't
like
think he's
Duval say, yo, Kanye and Ray J come out with a record.
Yeah.
That shit coming real soon for y'all.
But I don't think
that's gonna be hilarious.
I don't think he started this though, right? Like, didn't it start from like on the Kim Kardashian show
a while ago? Because they had talked about it on the show.
Yeah, they were talking about it on the show and like kind of he said making him out to like seem like he was the bad guy, like he's releasing this tape without her knowledge and all this
Kanye
stuff.
Went to get like the second tape back from him or something like that.
Yeah, well, this is that whole thing like that. WAC was involved with this.
WAC 100.
Where Kanye was like,
involved with everything.
Kanye was like, I'm securing the second sex tape from WAC. And WAC was like, I let Kanye know that we got another tape, but we won't release it to anybody but Kanye because we got respect for him. It's like a whole spectacle. There's a bunch of these clowns that are like,
in the middle of the mess.
Yeah, WAC, Ray J, and Kanye. Are you kidding me?
Hey, I need that show.
This is a clown show waiting to happen.
Throw the game in the mix too. Oh my god,
that would be a good addition. That would be a good addition. You sprinkle a little Duval just to like start him up.
Man.
Let him be like the host of the show.
Yeah,
the heavy instigator in the middle of all this shit.
But this is why I haven't paid much attention. I don't actually know what's going on. So he's saying that he's gonna go like live on Instagram or something.
I mean, he did already. He's
like
already crazy. Yeah.
Well, he put out.
Did you see that jump pass?
Text messages and shit.
That's nuts.
No, he put out the contract or like It was like the shit would look like it was on the overhead or something. It was weird.
Yeah, that shit like
I've been seeing those memes and I didn't get them.
And it seemed like what you could see was like, and maybe he couldn't expose everything, but it was like super generic contract language, like some shit you gonna see in your cell phone bill contract, like oh, okay, general, I agree to all terms type shit. Okay, cool. It's nothing like specific, or we didn't learn any new information. And he's scrolling through the shit too fast for you to actually see anything. All you really saw was the address that he put on the paperwork. Was like, that's a wild thing to expose.
Text messages and shit.
I didn't see his text messages.
The reason. I don't understand what he was trying to get across.
Just
information we already knew. Yeah, we knew y'all signed the contract and y'all put this out. We know that.
No, he clearly has a point.
For years.
He's just trying to throw himself in the ring as the newest tag team partner to jump on the Kanye hype train. Yo, Chris fucked me up too. It's good marketing.
I don't understand it though, because it had to be for a reason. Like, what would the reason be? I don't know. Whatever. Do your thing, Ray J. I still fuck with you.
If I had one wish.
Yeah.
You have anything else, Ray J?
No, I
That
don't.
was it. That was all we
I
had.
don't. Oh yeah.
Do we have any other topics? I didn't pay any attention to new music. Did you listen to anything? You're our best listener.
I did listen to that Nav.
Oh yeah,
I know
what'd you
I know
think?
you fuck with Nav so heavy.
I hate Nav as a person, but honestly, he's got some bangers.
I can't even front on. He got some joints on
He's
here.
really good with Travis Scott.
Yep.
When they get
got
together,
one.
they do really good
Oh, that's
music.
a
I
single
can't
they
even
put
hate
out.
off of that.
That's a single they put out I think a few weeks ago.
What was that called?
Lil Baby and Travis Scott, Never Sleep.
Yeah, I like that.
That's a hard record. He got John with Don Toliver and Future. That shit crazy.
I'm gonna have to check it out.
John with It's a solid album. Like, he got some hard joints. Some of his the rhymes he be sounding kind of corny sometimes, but the flows he gets all on these beats be kind of hard. I can't even front.
I think he's good at that lane.
Yeah.
That Travis Scott lane. I don't particularly care for him as an artist, like overall, but
this John Babyface
he
right
does
is
it well.
hard. Oh. I know you don't fuck with Babyface Detroit, but that shit's so hard. But pretty good album. Not bad.
Interesting.
I didn't listen to Young Boys yet, but I'm sure the fans love it. I don't know. I just can't. It just be sounding like the same song.
Yeah, all young boys sounds the same to me. It's like two different paths that he's gonna go.
Yeah, he goes the real
give you that jump shit. If I come, bitch, you know what I'm saying? It's the same shit.
Get to sing and I die.
Yeah, it's two different versions of Young Boy. That's
He
it.
does two songs.
That's it.
And to me, it's just, I don't know. They don't hit me enough to re-listen to that shit.
No, I agree.
I could do that shit with Rod Wave because it's like, all right, the shit he talking about, like that shit hit home to me, and it gets deeper every time or whatever when I re-listen or whatever. But I don't get that impact.
He sings better. I don't even know if I can. I don't even know if I can give him all this deepness and stuff. He just sings well.
The shit sounds fucking good.
Yeah, it just sounds good. Like the couple of Young Boy songs I like I fucking love these songs. Yeah, and they're like crazy, get you hype joints.
And Nevada joint, my shit.
Nevada's
Nevada.
I don't know. That might be low key a NBA YoungBoy classic. I know it's a recent record. It's like
is that from like the last album?
You remember that
from like the last album or some shit.
And, what's that name? It's DeAndre Ayton and what's that the fucking dude name for the son?
Cam?
No, not Cam. The other one. Bridges.
Okay.
My cow. Performing that joint before the games. They did it like before every game last season. To that Nevada joint.
Yeah,
that
that's a dope song. Well, the Permanent Scars is my favorite NBA YoungBoy song by far. You probably haven't heard it.
Diamond Teeth Samurai.
Yeah, that's a good
you
one
put
too.
me on that.
Yeah, that's a good one too.
Shout out to you.
That's that Cash Money sound.
So fire, son.
Yeah.
And this is super off topic, but pause. I think of you every time I'm watching these Yankee highlight videos. After they show like they're talking to the players back, like in the clubhouse. Every time they do, I swear Kodak's playing in the background. I'm like, yeah, fuck y'all, man. Why are you listening to Kodak? But I think of Carl every single time. I swear the Yankees listen to the Kodak like crazy. It kills me.
Coincides with their success.
Or their demise. But anyway, NBA YoungBoy. Yeah, who else? Anybody else drop?
Looked like it was a few singles that came out, but I haven't listened to anything. So,
Roddy Ricch put out a single with G Herbo.
You know what I did want to say?
What did you want to say?
The baby's really being blackballed, though. Real deal.
He might be.
Like that's just happening.
He might be.
He's released a couple songs like on YouTube and shit. No clue.
Damn. P&B Rob.
Oh wow,
yeah. That's crazy. Fuck.
You know, I could name one P&B song. That's all I know. It's one of the guys that I never got into. Persian Rugs.
Oh,
that's the name of the song. I don't even know the song. I just know the name of it.
I don't really know.
And I think I know that from Roddy Ricch.
Of course, I know the Kodak song. Him and Kodak. Get in jail too many years. Shit.
I don't know if we made that very clear or not, but while we're recording right now, Monday night, I just saw P&B Rock passed away.
Yeah, we had seen that he got shot, but
that's crazy.
Yeah, and I mean, that's one of them artists though that he almost it wasn't like to a Rich Homie level, but he Rich Homie'd a little bit.
What does that mean?
Like just disappeared.
Oh, okay.
You thought he was on the way up in his career, and then all of a sudden, a couple early bangers,
he fizzed out,
and he fizzed out fast. Mm-hmm. But it's not like he didn't have a talent or nothing. So I'm not sure exactly what happened.
Yeah, in my head, I know his name. Like
he wasn't TJ before Lil TJ. To me,
wow.
Well, I mean, you could say some people would say Rod Wave-ish type,
really,
music.
I'm gonna have to listen to his music just to find out.
I don't know if I get Rod Wave from
kind of slow, like. I don't know.
I mean, he was doing a lot of like singing.
Yeah, I mean, that's what he do. He's a singer.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's how I thought of him. I don't know if that's accurate or not.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't think he's like. I mean, because all the rappers sing, but Rod Wave can actually sing. He can like sing with the auto tune. That's what P&B does.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? It was like
he can sing with the auto, but it just sounds pretty damn good. I mean, it's like on I don't know, Kevin Gates. He's better than Kevin Gates level singing, I guess. Maybe.
Was he a Drake affiliate?
No, I don't think so.
No,
no connection.
Okay.
I don't know who.
I don't know much about him at all. But R.I.P.
He only had like 1 or 2 hits. I think probably his biggest hits that joint he had with Lucci, like Every Day We Rich or something.
Yeah, that was huge.
That was like
that's definitely his biggest hit.
I've heard him a few times.
No, he got some street bangers though.
Yeah,
like I said,
that Selfish was probably like one of his first. Records.
Yeah.
For him, but nothing really much after that. A couple of little joints here and there. I like, but I fuck with P&B. That's why it's fucked up. It's crazy. Yeah, he's been quiet for a little while, but damn, don't want to see him caring about getting killed. Though it's crazy,
right? Yeah. But he was quiet before.
You're too soon.
Sorry.
Oh shit! Cowboy and Fredo Bang put out a record. I'm gonna have to check that. I like them, but yeah, man. That's about it on that.
I just noticed the time. We're really running out of time. If there's anything else that y'all want to mention or get off or whatever,
I don't think so.
Feel free.
Oh, no, nothing else.
I think it might be good to go.
You know, again, just prayers up, TJ Watt. We need all your powers together, guys. We need
getting my prayers.
We could join hands after this pod, and I've actually went to go see a witch doctor, a voodoo lady. To see about possibly, repairing him sooner rather than later as well too. So,
hey, whatever he wants to do after Sunday when we play,
come back week 3.
But this week, sit your ass where you at right now.
I just wanted to mention that. So.
Well, look, I can tell you next week it's going to be wild, one way or the other. One of these 2 gentlemen on my left or my right is going to have a lot to say.
Sure.
And Patriots Steelers Sunday. Look out for it. 1 o'clock?
I'm not sure of the time.
It might be on TV. I ain't even
probably should be 1 o'clock game. Patriots Steelers. You know it's gonna get wild here on Return of the Mac between these 2. So stay tuned. We got samples coming. We appreciate you listening. We'll be back next week.
Or Wack Jones.
Peace.
Why you got
All right, so this is a little bit different than usual with my sample. I don't have an original to play for. I'm just going to play. I came across this Instagram video that had a cool little sample thing that I didn't know about, so we're just going to stick with that.
Okay.
Okay, so you know that voice in a bunch of Drake songs that always goes 666, like right here?
Let me see if this song not fades.
Yeah, he's been doing that for a long time now.
Okay, so you know that voice in a bunch of Drake songs that always goes 666, like right here?
Let me see if this song not fades.
So that's actually a sample from a Biggie song. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 6, 6, 6. And that Biggie song actually samples a Public Enemy track called "Shut 'Em Down." Here's the Public Enemy track.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6.
That's fire.
I just didn't know that. I thought that was kind of cool.
Right.
That was good.
Yeah, that's good.
That was like a 3-generation jump right
That
there.
was.
I'm out here, son.
Oh no, that was.
Yeah, I didn't know about that Public Enemy joint. I didn't know that at all, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I didn't know that's where he got that from. That's hard though.
Cool though.
I fuck with that.
It's like, why would you pay somebody for that though?
Right?
You know,
It's gotta be an easier tag to use.
you just go in that motherfucker and scream 6. Somebody go in there and say 6. We're not gonna pay for this shit though, right? That's weird, but it's cool too.
Hey, when you up, I mean, I'm sure that wasn't nothing.
Yeah, who gives
Oh, you know what? It's not a big
Like,
deal. I
Drake,
say it's a huge deal. I'm just saying though. Well, we gotta worry about getting this shit cleared. You know, that's what be my
Save
concern.
yourself some money.
Right.
Alrighty.
What you got, Moss?
My sample comes from the Yin Yang Twins. Wait, the Whisper song. So we all know this.
Oh, so I mean, this song gotta be new.
Yeah, pretty new.
Hey, how you doing, love mama? Let me whisper in your
David Banner.
Tell you something that you might like to hear. Got a 6 ass body and your ass looks soft. Mind if I touch
No
it and
guesses?
see if it's soft? No, I'm just playing. Let's just say I can. Hey, I'm known to be real nasty, man.
I always wonder like how
That's wild. That was the song.
yeah, and like how
They got that shit off.
how loud they had to be whispering in the studio. You know, it's just weird.
Record from PD Pablo. That's fucking
I'm supposed to say for real.
the new single from Bryson Tiller, Outside.
Oh wow, just the rap.
I like
He
it.
doesn't whisper though.
I like it.
They're about to say that whisper shit ain't getting off in 2022. Shit ain't getting off.
I like this. Who'd you say this was?
Bryson Tiller. That's why you ain't never heard that from Bryson Tiller. Right?
Yeah, I don't know a few Bryson, so I don't really know him like that where I would recognize it. That's
You gotta
cool
check
though.
that, if you ever get a chance to check out that Trap Soul album.
I know that's the one they
Very
blew
fire
off
album.
of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he hasn't put out nothing in like a few years, so I'm excited that he's putting out a single. So
You know,
maybe albums coming
I'm a
out.
fan of his sound.
Yeah, I fuck with Bryson. Been on a lot of
Nice.
good features from Kentucky, where Jack is from. Him and Jack are pretty tight.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, they're both from Kentucky.
I didn't know it. That's what's up.
Yeah, so it got, man. Good pie.
Any words of wisdom here before we wrap it up?
Good to break it down. Not really, but T.I. says Op didn't come from the streets, it came from Call of Duty. I don't know. Go figure it out for yourselves.
Black Ops.
Yeah. Say Ops.
I think he got a point there. I think that's a valid point.
Seems right.
I ain't mad at the
Call of Duty came first.
Call of Duty
Way
did
first.
come first.
That
for
shit
Ops,
came
for
first.
sure.
Won't nobody talk about no ops.
Nobody talk about no Ops.
Ain't want no real street niggas. Y'all was playing Call of Duty.
How he broke this down and figured this out, but
Right? It's a super random conclusion
That's what
that
he hit
suddenly
us
come across.
that's what he hit us with.
I respect it. You got any words of wisdom?
Nothing.
Me neither. That's all right. We'll be back next week
indeed.
with a probably passionate episode of week 2 of the NFL season. We appreciate you listening.
Be passionate for one of us.
One is going to be
I wouldn't-
seriously.
I wouldn't be as confident as I don't get it. I don't get where that's coming from, but keep it
You
up.
what?
What is
You
what is
the only
coming
one that can talk shit. You been talking shit. Like you don't get where it's coming from.
got ownership of talking shit in general.
Yeah, what are you talking about?
this week?
Hey, we'll be back next week. We appreciate y'all listening. Peace out.
Deuces.